What's up guys, it's Taker25 here with a Necromancy video. I have been training Necromancy since the day of its release. I am currently level 72, so I've been working on getting that tier 70 armor and then eventually power armor. That's my goal. And I'm here with my partner and partner in crime, Taso.
Hi, what's going on?
Yeah, so we've been skilling and chilling together for the past couple days, doing some necromancy, learning the skill together. It's been really fun, and honestly, I've done the combat side of it, I've done the ritual side of it. I like both. And I am realizing that the prep video I made does not really reflect the reality of me enjoying this skill. I know I said that I would like to focus more on rituals. It turns out rituals have become a huge pain in all of our collective asses. Um, I mean, it takes a little bit of learning, to navigate through all this necroplasm and ghostly inks, the glyphs you have to draw, each ritual that you have to do. But we got there. It was a little bit overwhelming at first. Yeah, sometimes you make a mistake and you have to try again, but this makes a lot of sense. And like I said, currently we are at tier 70. We're going for the tier 70 armor, and eventually the power armor once we get more wells into the Well of Souls, which is currently what I'm working on. If I inspect the Well of Souls, I have about 3,600, need 4,500 in order to do that quest. So you can start fighting, what's his name, Hermid? Yeah, Hermid. So, I do have a multiply glyph that's been depleted. By the way, the multiply glyph and Dragonkin Bones is, I heard that's like the fastest way to get more into the Well of Souls at my level. So I'm calculating it's going to take me about an hour and a half more of gameplay time in order to do that. I've been paying attention to the random events that have been occurring. Even when I'm looking at the screen, they're so hard to see. Like, I always miss the Wandering Warrior, even though when I actually see it, it's like right in your face. The prep that I did was pretty decent. I wish that I knew that you needed ashes, because I would have stocked up a shit ton of ashes before embarking on this skill. But honestly, I think the prep that I did was adequate. Now, on the combat side of things, I received a comment on my video saying that the best way to prepare would be to make overload potions. It's hindsight, overload potions in advance would have been great, because with overload potions comes a new overload potion, necromancy potions, which, you can bet that they're not going to sell, or at least not for less than more than they're actually worth. So we are going back and forth with these rituals right now. You can see I'm running out of greater necroplasm and lesser necroplasm. So I'm going to have to do that in order to make more ghostly ink to get through the rituals needed to get our soul count up. And then we have to do this all over again when we go to make power armor. But I think it's worth it, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it, simply because, I've been told that it's best to wait until tier 90 to upgrade. So between level 70 and 90, that's a lot of XP. It's like several mils of XP. So that's our current plan. We do have to do a quest at some point. If we get there, we'll see what happens. We have been having to go to the Abyss, and Taso's been doing a great job holding that down, getting ashes while I was doing other stuff. I was getting bars, so we were kind of doing some teamwork here. It's great to have a buddy alongside you to figure this out with. As for combat, I do want to get Taso's opinions on this, but I want to talk about combat. It's great. It's fun. You have so much AoE, like, I think pretty decent XP. A lot of the monsters that you kill are undead, so having a salve amulet enchanted is a good idea. you can't skip the tiers of armor, so you can't just say I'm gonna wait until I get level 50 or something and then make the armor. Then you do need to start from the ground up. But combat, I think, is really cool. I like being able to conjure little guys to help me in battle. See, I just missed a scrambling horror here, but man, I don't like rituals. I prefer combat. I think they are quite powerful abilities, and yeah, overall, I think it's a very fun skill, and I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I can see myself going all the way to 120 without taking any breaks to do anything else. Do my player on farm dailies, and that's it. So, without further ado, Taso, would you like to talk about your opinions on the skill so far?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. I think you covered pretty much everything pretty well because, as you mentioned, we've kind of been playing together, at least, maybe not since day one, but my impression of the skill, I like the blend of AFK and combat. The thing that appealed to the skill the most to me as a combat noob is that it is a new combat style altogether. It is for people who want as much depth as you currently have in some late game PvM, but then it's also really friendly for people like me who probably will never ever do a style switch in any kind of combat encounter. And also, I refuse to interact with prayers because that's just another thing to click, and I'm all about minimizing clicks. So anyways, yeah, I really find the combat satisfying. Magic is my favorite combat style, so I like having the abilities and everything. So I recently got set up with a good ability bar for Necro. I'm sitting at 71 Necro right now. And I just love summoning my little guys, even though I keep forgetting to grab my ectoplasm? Necroplasm?
Ectoplasm, yeah. Ectoplasm is the one that you need to conjure the undead.
Yes, so I keep forgetting to equip that when I go out in the skill, or when I go out and do combat. But other than that, really fun skill. I really like how AFK the rituals are. It's been some of the hiccups that I've run into getting to 71 has been understanding how the rituals interact with each other. There's different tiers of rituals, right? So there's lesser, greater, then I assume there's a tier above that we haven't gotten to yet. And they each have different functions depending on what you're trying to do in the skill. If you're someone that likes to do a resource gathering skill like this, and you like to do a lot of processing, oh wait, I have to click this again, right?
Yeah, there you go. You get a lot of XP, a lot more XP for interacting with the random events that happen, so listen for the sparkling glyphs and restore them as they come up. Look for those shambling horrors, look for the wandering souls. So, yeah.
Every time you say shambling horror, I always want to make a joke like, what'd you call me? As if you said like shambling horror. Anyways, I think the joke's great. Anyways, yeah, I really like the combat in the game, or the necromancy combat. I was beating up trolls for a lot of my early levels before I got my armor to a level where I could go out. Actually, back when I was doing abyss runs to get Bull's Ashes, I was just wearing my Virtus armor and then equipping the main hand offhand for necromancy, and that seemed to work just fine, even without the bonuses. So I understand there are players that are just skipping. I don't know how you can skip the armor upgrades, because I think maybe you need it for the top tier armor right now. I truly don't know. But anyways, but yeah, all of the little optimizations and stuff that Taker has been talking about, like using the salve amulet and clicking the interactable things over here, like it really adds up, because when we first started training together, I was ahead by a few levels. And then just by nature of some of these consistent optimizations, I think Taker's like a full level ahead of me by now. So I think that gap is probably going to just continue, just because he's quite simply paying more attention to the game than I am. So.
Well, we also have a lot of folks in the clan chat who are like crazy. We have like at least 2 players that I know of who are 200 mil all, and one of them is currently probably like 103, 104 necromancy right now. And they leveled after either 48 or 72 hours. They got 99. So, very dedicated players who have been able to play all day upon release and have been able to compile such knowledge to help us out. I also want to go back to what you were saying about combat, about, style switching and stuff. I like how there's just like one armor set that you just upgrade and upgrade. But also, what I think the crazy players did, the ones that got like 99 after 25 hours. That was, I think, the first 99 happened after 25 hours. I think that they used hybrid armor, which I think is very useful as well, just because of the fact that like it does give like a necromancy bonus as well. So shit, you see here, I have to stop and do a different ritual now because I need both. Actually, no, I have more. So I'm gonna walk to the bank as I talk. Yeah, so you know, hybrid armor helps you with necromancy. So I think they skipped through all of that, skipped through all the quests, and I think they just did strict combat. And the reason why Salve Amulet is so useful is because a lot of the monsters that you're gonna want to fight for XP are undead. I think the first two players who got 120 or got 99, no, you know, several people have gotten 120 so far, but the ones that got 99 really quickly were doing Abyssal Savages. I'm trying to follow Taso. We want to get her on stream here. Get her some stream time.
Hi.
It's so dark in the city of but Taso, you really like the city of
I do. I think it's really beautiful. I play on high detail, so when I zoom out, I see like really far. I think it's really atmospheric. I think they do a really good job with the design of the city in terms of like visual storytelling. I think the city is really awful if you're trying to go anywhere because the pathing is bad in my opinion. But yeah, I think it's really beautiful, and I like how, I mean, we're still pretty early into the skill, but I think the more that you interact with the quest line and the game and the skill in general, I think it's going to unlock more areas in the city and add more characters to interact with and just build the world out. It's going to be pretty neat.
Definitely. And you know, I was gonna say that I really like the aesthetics. The skill cape. I saw someone with a 120 skill cape yesterday. I think it's lovely. I thought it was gonna look too similar to the Slayer cape, but it's black with purple trim, reminiscent of the thieving. I think the inverted thieving master cape and the inverted thieving cape. So that's a combination that like I love, and I can't wait to get 99, let alone 120. Also, the skill pet is like this blue like fluorescent owl. I think that's really pretty. I would love to have this skill pet as soon as possible. You know, I'm going to be making a video about that when I get it. I don't know if it's an XP based or a time based skill. I have to see like I guess what the other combat skills are. But either way, I mean, the only way to get it is to train Necromancy, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing. Overall, I like this skill a lot. I'm planning on making tons more videos as we learn more about how to train this skill. I'd like to help you guys out as, you know, I learn things. There's tons of returning players who are just getting into the game again, who may benefit from you know, the new things that we're learning about it. So yeah, do you have any closing thoughts?
No, I really like, I think this skill is great content. It's really fun to see so many players running around. I was actually thinking, you know, in 2 years or however many years into the future, when someone comes and stands on this ritual site, it will actually probably be pretty lonely if there's not a lot of players around. Like, you'll just kind of be in this big city by yourself. So I hope that this skill and this area continue to be like a focal point for future RuneScape updates, because this is, I mean, they put a lot of effort into this, so yeah.
Yeah, the skill is still young, and as speaking of a lot of players, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of people looking at my minimap, but when you click on the ritual site,
Oh, everyone's here, yeah.
yeah, this goes down and down and down. I think we're still a higher level than Zezma right now in Necromancy, so
Yeah, enjoy it.
enjoy it while it lasts. Funny thought, like we were on the other day, we were checking Zezma's high scores, and he had like 5.6 bill and 780 XP.
Yeah.
So we thought that he just like logged on and was like, did the tutorial and was like, nah. But yeah, you know, it was cool watching the 99 race. I hope it was worth it for anyone who participated. You know, if that's what you want to do, like, go for it, man. I mean, how often does it? I just got 73 Necromancy. Can we get? Can we get a grats in the chat?
Grats, damn, you're 2 full levels ahead of me doing your method. That kind of sucks for how slow my progress is going now.
I'm gonna have to be doing some other stuff in the meantime. Like right now, I'm gonna have to stop and do the lesser rituals, so there'll be time to catch up. Like I said, probably don't even worry about the salve amulet if you have like the amulet of fury trimmed that I told you about, because I was doing decent damage with that. But anyway, I guess to close out the video, thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying the skill. If not, then I guess you don't have to train it. But I personally like it. There's tons of folks here. I don't see a lot of folks complaining about the skill. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but like there's no such thing as a skill that's like 100% fun to train, right? There's grinding aspects of it, but there's also fun aspects of it that I think has applicability throughout the game in terms of combat. So, try it out. Let me know what your level is in the comments, and especially let me know how you guys are enjoying this skill. Anyway, look out for more content coming up on this channel, on my YouTube channel, as well as on Twitch. Thank you so much for Darlene for joining me today. It's been really cool to experience this skill so soon after release. I've never done this before, where I trained with another human being,
Yes.
as well as so soon after its release. So thank you guys, take care, and I'll see you around Gillinor, my friends.